Behind me, 2007 Honda Pilot, we're gonna be replacing the rear brake pads and rotors. Let's get started. First thing we wanna do is jack the vehicle up, put it on jack stands, and we'll pull our tire off. Before we pull our caliper off, we'll take a flat-bladed screwdriver, put it in this notch here, and we'll pull towards ourselves. That'll move the caliper over and push in the caliper piston. Just like that, perfect. That also lets us know that our slide pins are not seized and our caliper piston is not seized, so we can reuse these calipers. Just keep going until it bottoms out, perfect. We have two 12mm bolts holding our caliper on. Move this brake hose out of the way just a little, get our tool in there. Now this just wants to spin on me, no big deal. We'll just take a pair of pliers and hold it in place. Now we'll do our bottom one, same thing. Perfect. And we can set this aside. What I like to do while the bracket is still on is pull off our pads. And if your kit came with new hardware, we'll pop off our hardware. Then we'll take a flat-bladed screwdriver and just knock off any crust, preventing our new hardware from laying flat. Because these are aluminum brackets, they don't accumulate too much crust, and the crust that it does have comes off pretty easy. All right, perfect. And do the top. The top doesn't accumulate as much crust as the bottom. Perfect. You can also take out our slide pins, just separate it from the boot. The boot stays on the bracket. We just want the pin. We'll wipe it off really good. We'll apply new caliper grease. We want to make sure that this grease is for calipers and not just a standard petroleum grease. Slide that in. I like to twist it while it goes in. Perfect. Do the bottom. Wipe that off real good. New grease. Slide it in. Twist it. Perfect. Now we'll pop off our bracket. We have two 14mm in the back. We'll finish those off with the electric ratchet. There we go. Depending on where you live, if you feel like you need to clean out these channels even more, while the bracket is off, we could take a wire brush and get them even more spotless. Now let's get our rotor off. It's possible that your rotor is still held on with two Phillips head screws. For this, I like using an impact driver. We'll just put that in like that. Give it a good impact. There we go, that wasn't too bad. And we'll get this other one. Sometimes these can be on there pretty tight. Give it a whack. Oh, nice. These always make me nervous. Now we'll tap on our rotor to knock it loose. Hitting it in between the wheel studs is the best. There we go. Let that dust settle. A lot of times I'll put a fan here if there's no wind, and that'll just blow all that dust away from me. Okay, walk it off. There we go. We can inspect our parking brake shoes. These actually look really well. Now we want to clean off our hub surface. I like using a wire wheel on a drill. Let's clean that up the best we can. All right, looks pretty good. We're just getting off any high spots so our new rotor will sit flush. Then we want to take our new rotor and clean it off. We put a protective coating on it from the factory to keep it from rusting during storage. So we'll just get that protective coating off. There we go. Now let's install it. We'll line up where our screw holes go. We'll just slide this on. Watch your fingers. There we go. Now we'll take our screws and apply just a little bit of anti-seize. Thread these in, just until it bottoms out. Okay, just good and snug. We'll do that to the other one. A little bit of anti-seize, thread it in. There we go. Just good and snug. Once it starts turning the rotor, probably good enough. They don't have to be crazy tight. There we go. Just holds the rotor in place for brake installation. Now we want to pull this plug off the old rotor and install it on our new one. This plug here, we just flip the rotor over with a screwdriver, push it in from the backside. There we go. Easy as that. On our new rotor, we'll just push it in. You can use a screwdriver for a little help if you need. There we go, perfect. And we can just move it around, make sure it's free in there. Now on our bracket, we can install the hardware. It just goes in one way and they're all the same, just like that. Just push it in until it's all the way flush. Perfect, flip it over. Do the same thing. Push it in until it's flush. Nice. Now let's install it. Put it over. Got our two bolts. Tighten those down. And these are torqued to 65 foot-pounds. All right, let's throw our pads on. Let me reposition you just a little. The pad with the wear indicator goes in the back. We want that wear indicator on the bottom. We'll just put that in. Nice. And then this one, you can start just at a slight angle. Perfect. And then push it in. Nice. That's it. Let's throw our caliper on. We'll have to push the piston in just a little further. The caliper piston tool, we'll push this in. Now there's all kinds of different tools for doing this. We'll have at least one in the description if you don't own one already. Now we'll just lay this on, just like that. Push in our slide pins. There we go. We'll put our top bolts in. And our bottom bolt. Snug those up. And these are torqued to 16 foot-pounds. All right, that is it. What I like to do is one side at a time. So I'll go inside, put my foot on the pedal, pump it up a few times. That'll close this caliper, and then I'll hop over and do the other side. Last thing we want to do is burnish or break in our new brakes. How we do that is take the vehicle up to about 30, 35 miles an hour, and then come to a nice, good, solid stop. Now we don't want to lock up the brakes, but we do want to feel a nice, good, positive stop. Then we bring the vehicle back up 30, 35 miles an hour and do that again, nice, solid stop. Do that about 4 or 5 times and your brakes are set. If you have any questions, comment, post down below. I'll have links in the description for parts and tools used in this repair. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you on the next one.